Hey, how's it going? It's Jeff from jeffrey-thomas.com, and on the bass today, and with Ohio Players Fire. So a lot of stuff to run through. I'm going to go ahead and run the first line here for you at 60. So a lot slower than the tempo. Tempo is 96. 2, 3, 1. Okay, and then up to 96, and then we'll go into some details. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Right hand, super important. First thing is the thumb is P, first finger is I, middle finger is M, and ring finger is A. Most of the work you're going to do on the bass is going to be with I and M. So what's going on here with this tune is you have a pickup. When you're coming in on beat 4, so anytime you're coming in beat 4, beat 1, it's called a pickup. 17 on the first string, third finger, and M. Okay? And then sliding back to get to here. Now when you do, that's going to be I, M, and then you jump over with I to get this note here. This is a really important move. I'm going to go over it a couple times. Hopefully you can catch that on the vid. Let me scoot over a bit. Sorry. So if I don't point that out, this could be kind of a rough road here. You're not going to get this kind of a tone with a pick. It is definitely fingerstyle for the bass. So I, M, I. Okay, now moving on with the lick. M, I, M, I, M, I, M, I, M, I. Okay. So watch that over and over a bit, because that's definitely a tricky area. And don't be afraid to work one beat at a time, you know. Now also I want to point out left hand, this guy. When I go to this note, I'm either using my pinky or third. It depends. I'm usually using the pinky. Either one's fine though. That's why above that note I wrote 4 and then 3 in parentheses. Moving on. I did some homework on the tune. I'll always try and hunt some stuff down to get more details. And on a television show called The Midnight Special from 1975, the bass player does this lick. So the only thing that's different about it is this little start. So it's starting from 6, and then a hammer on to 7, right? And then I jump back with my second finger to catch that. At 96, ready, go. So probably the move would be. That's a good little practice area. And let me kick it down for you. Here it is at 60. Ready, go. And then the rest of the lick is the same. Okay? Moving along, guitar solo at 140 on the original track, not any other YouTube live versions. I'm following the guitar player, sorry, couldn't resist. So it's up here at the 8th fret, and I'll run the line for you. So 3 times with that, and then so with time at 60, I'm going to run the rest of the examples slow for you. So, you know, I'm not here to show off, right? It's for you to learn. Ready, go. Okay, maybe even slower. One more time at 50. Ready, go. times. That lick runs 6 times on the original recording. And then you are going to a half-step modulation to C-sharp Dorian. I didn't make all that stuff up. It's for real. At 2:30 in the tune, you go and take everything that you've done before and move it up to starting at the 4th fret. Even this lick, right? So basically what happens is the tune starts out in C Dorian, and then it moves up at this timeline in the tune to C-sharp Dorian. This is called a half-step modulation. You're moving from C to C-sharp. Now on that subject, you can see I've written out C Dorian there and C-sharp Dorian on the 2 chord graph things here. C Dorian, C-sharp Dorian. I'm going to run through those for you really quick. C Dorian. Same fingerings on the way back down. Pinky, 3rd. Okay. C-sharp doing? C-sharp Dorian is just the same exact scale moving up to the 4th fret. So the reason I'm pointing these out is that this is pretty much the note pool that this tune is coming from. The C Dorian and the C-sharp Dorian scale. Okay, so moving on. At 3:07, there's a breakdown. And what happens is, this is where the tune really kind of starts to go on its way out. It's sort of a jamming section. And let me run that for you at, I can do that for you at 96. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so you can see that I've bracketed these 2 measures off and that they just keep looping, right? And then the percussion starts to kick up, the horns start to come in, and it just really takes on this killer jammy feel. I love this tune. And I couldn't resist the horn line at 3:36. Sorry about that. So here you go. You are up to the 9th fret, and I'll run it for you slow. With time at 60. Ready, go. Okay, so all the little dashes and squiggles you see on my notation, they all mean stuff. So please don't look at this and be like, well, it's not like what I saw on so-and-so's site. I won't mention any names. Anyway, not trying to be negative, I'm just trying to point out that even though this is tablature, there's rhythmic values involved, and especially on a tune like this, if you are not counting, there could be some problems. Or understanding how to count, so I'm here to help. Anyway. The last thing to point out is at 4:05 on the tune. You might want to turn your speakers up a bit. There's a fade line that the bass player does, and it's just sweet. I'll run it for you at 96, and then we'll talk about it. 2, 3, 4. Okay, pretty funky. Pretty funky. And I wrote underneath it C-sharp mixolydian. Mixolydian. Didn't make that up. That's a real thing. Real scale. And then you'll see that on the 3rd graph in on the bottom line. So that scale is starting here at the 9th fret. Make sure you can see where I'm at. And then it's going to be 2, 4 as far as fingerings. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3. And then back down. the same note twice, I am, I am, I am, I am, same note twice, going through the scale up and down, developing your technique. Now, those are pretty much the parts of the tune. I want to finish up with C pentatonics that are the whole top line. So starting at the first fret here, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, open, 3, back down. Okay, next pattern up in order is starting at the third fret, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, play the top note again, and come down. Next pattern is at the 6th fret, starting with your second finger, 2, 4, 2, 4, 1, 4. Top note again. Right? Next one is at the, where are we? At the 8th fret, and here we go. 1, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3. Probably one of the most common pentatonic patterns that everybody, when I say, do you know your pentatonic patterns? And they play this one. And then I'm like, okay, what about the other 4? So remember, Pentatonic Scales are is a 5-note scale, and that creates 5 patterns on the fretboard without getting into too much theory. Okay, then the last one is at 11. 2, 4, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 3, and back down. Playing the same note twice if you want. And then finishing up, I know you're busy, got a lot of other things to do today. So I want to show you a C minor 7 chord and a C minor sharp 6 chord. C minor 7, and I'm getting it down here with P, I, M. C sharp, C minor 6, C minor sharp 6, sorry. It's just putting your second finger down behind the pinky. C minor, C minor sharp 6. Okay, so kind of a cool groove. The C minor pentatonics, the C minor 7, the C minor sharp 6 chord would be for the first part of the tune. Okay? When you're in C Dorian for the first part of the tune. If you wanted to move them up, you would be moving all of your pentatonic patterns up a half step and then moving this chord up a half step. It's a nice thing to add, especially if you're a bass player and there's no keyboard player and your guitar player wants to go off a bit, or horn players want to go off a bit. It's nice to be able to punch some chord grooves. So I have talked way too much today. I'm going to wrap it up for you, and please let me know if you have any questions on anything, and contact me through the site jeffrey-thomas.com. Okay, have a nice day.